Hello everyone, welcome back to We Know What You Like. I'm Lucia, and today on the channel we are watching Season 2, Episode 11 of Abbott Elementary. This one is called Read-A-Thon. I personally love to read, so I'm pretty excited about this episode. But before we get to that, last episode had me giddy AF. I was like, and then I was like, it's a slow burn, guys. Slow effing burn between Janine and Gregory. They just need to realize they need to grow, but it's okay not to be in a relationship all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, this isn't going to be a very long intro. Let's just do this. They're real grinding on each other, though. I was like, oh, fuck. It was nice. He was bougie like that. Anyways, if you're watching this episode on YouTube right now, we're 3 episodes ahead on Patreon, getting further and further closer to finishing the season, so that's exciting. Also on Patreon is the uncut of this episode. You know, I can't include a lot of stuff in my reaction, so go over there if you want to see the full thing. You just have to sync up your copy with my reaction. I'm watching this on Hulu. So yeah, let's get started right now.
Oh, sorry.
Awkward. Already awkward.
Funny how social skills just atrophy when you never use them. They just being weird because they dance at the club during break. On the club.
Oh, let her know.
Bible club. Do they play good
Of
music
course you
there?
do.
My favorite club just got shut down because they let a horse in.
What?
Clear the way,
cool.
2-time second grade Read-A-Thon
Oh,
champion
Jesus.
coming through. And this belt.
I actually really like that belt.
Yeah, well, who wants to wear a big belt anyway?
Wrestlers.
Gregory, we got 2 sign-ups. You ready to redefine journalistic storytelling?
Oh,
Wait,
Greggy, you're
joining
joining.
the podcast club?
You get paid
Color
a
me
little more when you do an
surprised.
extracurricular, and my financial status continues to be a source of tension in my romantic life.
He don't got that
You're gonna
dog
need
in
a
him.
lot more than 1 cart of books to beat my kids.
Our reading wonderland.
Ooh, I like the
Figured if I
TV.
come for the
Intense.
queen, then I best not miss.
Hell yeah.
Right, kids?
So.
Right? And so if you think,
Yeah, no, the kids don't care, bro.
All right,
She's
listen
going
up, my
down.
little Eagles. It's game time. I'm gonna need
We
you
still
to
got
read
Christmas
nonstop,
stuff.
okay? That means if you're at recess, you're reading. On the bus, reading.
I'm gonna read more books than anyone. Yeah, right.
Competition
Sweetheart,
amongst the
Maya's
kids.
gonna do her best, all right? Just like everybody else.
Whoa, okay. I'm not sure how Mr. Budden's mother would feel about that podcast. Anyways, here's something to go off of for episode 1. But
Oh my gosh.
make it your own. Wherever the story takes you, go there.
y'all be careful. That equipment ain't cheap. You think just anybody can start a podcast? Please.
Yes.
Oh, you never heard of the Coleman Podcast Network?
I'm telling you, Barb, I've never had a class make this much reading progress this fast. We're riding that magic school bus straight to victory.
But did they learn anything?
Miss Frizzle.
I genuinely do hope your kids feel better, but you're done.
You know what, Janine?
Oh, you want to talk about pink eyes, Janine? I'm going to give you a black eye. You could borts. Yeah,
Go
maybe
ports?
something like that.
I don't know. Ooh.
How about we raise the stakes?
Oh, okay, a side bet. All right, what do you
I'm
think?
here for it. I like side bets.
I
Double or
don't know.
nothing.
I'm confident I'm winning, but I don't have anything of value or any money. Sir has to be a guest on Jacob's podcast. Equally as humiliating. All right.
Don't be a hater. But also, yeah.
If I listen to an audio book while I fall asleep, that counts, right?
I don't need to know how you do it. Just get those books read. All right, let's go.
But are they
Check those
retaining
books.
that information?
A skunk sat on a stump and thunk the stump stunk.
What do you
Jesus
do?
Christ,
Can
Jacob.
you hear me? Remember, this is about journalistic storytelling. Okay, there's no need to argue.
This is what
But
podcasts
that's-
are about. We're just being ourselves. Yeah, check
But
out
also
some of those
journalists
podcasts
argue
you're
all the
telling us
time.
about. It's like listening to school.
Don't waste your time. Those nerds speak like a bow tie came to life.
Well, we all know that
A bow tie can be
knows it a
sexy.
bit, but you have to master the fundamentals of podcasting before you can break them, right, producer Mr. Eddie?
He
All
don't
of you
care, bro.
listening. Well, please don't feel the need to repeat yourself.
Can I at least say one time when I was spitting games to Emily?
No, sorry. That
Jacob,
would be...
let that boy speak. Emily is top tier popular, and I need that tea.
Good job. principal.
Something is off.
Whoa,
Unless the kids aren't reading.
Are you accusing me of cheating, Teeks?
Maybe the kids are.
Yeah. Only
Not
because
reading.
you brag about cheating all the time.
Hey. Now, Melissa does cheat from time to time.
Yeah, my first boyfriend, my second boyfriend, keto
Jesus.
diet because I ain't giving up carbs.
But she would never cheat on an actual competition.
Yeah, what am I, the USC athletic director? Okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna go right now and check my readers' reports just to make sure we're on the level, right?
Listen,
I don't
all
think
I'm
you're
saying
right.
is I just want things to be fair.
And I bet when you watch sports, you root for the refs.
I do.
You do.
Yes. As expected. They're just flipping through pages.
So you said you read like 10 of those Berenstain Bears books. Just remind me, what's the name of the sister bear again?
Beyonce?
Jesus. What I say, they ain't retaining anything. What I
Here they
say.
are, the hosts of Abbott Elementary's #1 podcast.
Are there
What'd
any
you think of
other
that first app I
podcasts?
dropped? Droll, right?
This episode blows.
Sorry.
What do you mean?
You ruined our episode.
But cafeteria staff say negotiations with the district come down to one thing. Respect? Respect. Chapter 3.
He chopped it.
Popular kids table can be a daunting...
This isn't what we recorded. This is
Ooh,
your
they
script.
cut it.
Producer Gregory and I thought...
Mr. Eddie had nothing to do with this.
Okay.
We quit. I was
Yeah,
really excited
Jacob.
for this too.
Do we still get paid for the club if there are no students in the club?
No.
As expected, Gregory. You let him down.
See, here's the thing. Maya is just starting to show some initial signs of struggling with reading. And the last thing that I want is for her to get frustrated and then,
Now, are they lying, or
altogether.
is
So
she
we just
actually
thought,
good at reading?
If we get her tested, we can eliminate any issues she might have with reading.
Maya doesn't need some tests.
I know that the idea of testing your child can be a little scary, but listen, we just don't want her to fall behind.
There is nothing wrong with her.
Oh, no. Mr. and Mrs.
I see.
Okafor, I
They
never
lied.
said she was falling behind. There's nothing wrong with her. She's a fantastic student. She
Maya,
just needs a little
let's
extra
go.
help just in the reading. Mr. and Mrs. Okafor.
Pride.
I just finished 4 more books, Mr. Menti.
4.
You're not helping your child. You're not helping your child.
Okay, guys.
And
after
she's not helping her
rerunning the
kids.
numbers, it appears that Miss Teague's class read more books than us. I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with me, okay? Because remember, it's me, Miss Menti. Remember when we trekked through that snowstorm together? Stomp, stomp, stomp.
I love building
Yeah.
rapport.
Can reading feel just like a little tough sometimes?
A lot of tough.
Oh, yeah, you know what? For me, too. At the end, she figures out that it doesn't matter how fast or slow you read. Reading's
Yeah,
about
Melissa.
having fun.
Yes,
See,
Melissa.
My teacher gave this to me when I was a little girl.
Aw.
It's about your age. And I promise you, I grew up to love reading.
This is awesome. Thank you, Melissa.
Mr. Menti,
Yeah, huh?
I still wish we would have won.
Yeah, me too, kiddo. But, what are you going to do? The rules are the rules.
Rules stink.
Yeah, they do.
I wanted to give the kids something new and exciting to do,
New and exciting for them
Wait.
or for you? 'Cause it
I
sounds
know,
like
you
you're
didn't
trying to force
allow
them to do
them.
Something that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're a bad teacher.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What, Ava?
I've had this exact nightmare before.
Yeah, people tell me that a lot. I call it a va-vu. Now
Oh
get
my
out
God.
of here. There's a new episode of Below Deck that I got to review for my podcast, Small Deck Energy.
I wanted to be like Sarah Koenig,
I don't know who those
a
people are.
graceful hand to hold through gripping stories. But
And yet
instead,
you
I tried to
changed
force
them.
my agenda onto
Exactly.
impressionable listeners.
Yep.
I Roganed.
Melissa, I'm sorry you lost. What do you think Jacob's going to ask you on that podcast?
No, I'm not doing that crap.
Like, that's a bet! Jesus Christ, Janine.
Haha, see that? I'm like a tall Simone Biles. Times like
I don't know
these,
about all that.
I'm reminded of Sir LeVar Burton, who taught us that reading is like a rainbow in the pot of gold. is that I won.
You know, Janine, I reread the rules that Donuts prints out on their form. Sometimes it takes me reading through things a couple of times before I get everything. The winning teacher is determined by whichever classroom reads the most books. And since my second and third grade class are in one room, the classroom, I get to add their totals together, which unfortunately for you means I won.
Donut said what?
Did she reprint it? Is that cheating? Is it fake?
My mama said she saw you at the club grinding all up on producer Mr. Reddy.
Oh,
Okay, so you were grinding.
No. I was not. We were dancing, just how normal people dance, right? Like normal people.
Yeah.
Clarence's mom said she saw you leave together.
But that is not true.
Oh!
And what happened?
I was outside talking to his friend Maurice.
What?
Ooh!
Jacob, isn't this exactly the kind of podcast we wanted to steer away from?
Actually, I would love to hear if you have anything you'd like to add for journalistic purposes.
Let it all out.
This episode was brought to you by the Coleman Podcast Network.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that answer.
Delicious.
That was so funny. Force them to talk about it. That was great, guys. That was so fun. So, life lessons, guys. Like I said, I've always loved to read. I've been reading since I was wee little. The first places I would go to when I would go to the store would be the book aisle, I can literally just I literally have my own private library. I have over 400 books in just my personal stash of stuff. I still have books from when I was a child. So yeah, I love to read. And I figured that, because life lessons that this show has, and I say that in the best way, that it wasn't going to be about the competition. It's about, taking in what you learn. It's about, for those who struggling, acknowledge them. And the sad fact of the matter is there are parents like that. It's like, oh no, they consider it an insult if something's wrong with their child. There's nothing wrong with it. People have their strengths and weaknesses. Me, personally, my weakness always has been, forever will be, in terms of, needing it is math, basically, mathematics. For me, math, I would know it when I would learn it. And then, during, that quarter or whatever, you had to take a test. But at the very end of the year, when you had to relearn everything, and, what did the whole year was about, I just forget. I was like, I don't fucking know. It was out of sight, out of mind for me. There was one class that I took in college, because, you have to take a math class or whatever, when I went to university. For some freaking reason, we were talking about mortgages. We were learning about mortgages. I'm like, what? Why? Anyways, I got every single portion of that class, but when it came to the mortgages, it was literally alien language to me. I just didn't get it. I remember taking the test for the mortgages, and I legit got, I think it was a 59. I got a 59. And then my professor, he is like, you're a really good student, and so I'm going to let you retest it. Why he let me do it, I don't know, but he did. So I restudied. I tried so hard. I really, really did. And then when I retested it, guess what grade I got? A 59 again. But you know what? I still say, because, that semester was actually his last semester. He was retiring. I feel like he was just like, I'm just going to let you pass. I think that's what I personally think. Whatever the case, I passed. But, yeah, but just reading for me personally has never been an issue. And I know that's not the case. But yeah. I don't want people, because I love to read so much, I understand people love to read, hate to read. Sometimes it feels like a chore to them. And, I have friends who didn't read as a child, but love to read now, and vice versa and stuff like that. But, yeah. I want you to retain what you learn. Me personally, as you all know, I'm terrible at names, but that's okay. But I'm glad the lessons were learned, and I'm glad they brought up Janine and Gregory. It was funny stuff, but yeah, good stuff. Also, I know Ava probably listened to the podcast, the first episode, just to make fun of them. But at the end of the day, she still listened to it, so I appreciate it. Glad that Jacob learned his lesson too, though. But yeah. Anyways, I'll see y'all next time with episode 12. But bye for now.